Special Olympics are the world's largest program of sports training and athletic competition for children and adults with intellectual disabilities. Special Olympics currently serves over 6 million athletes and unified partners in 174 countries. And here in Florida, they currently serve over 44,400 athletes and unified partners who are training and competing year-round in sports of their choice. Coming up on Polk Place, we'll recap some of the past events and talk new programs. Make sure you stick around. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Jeremy Moretti, and with me today we've got 3 wonderful guests, 1 regular and 2 newbies. We'll start off, introduce, we have Stephanie Gardner, who's a senior manager for ESE with the Polk County School Board.
Happy to be here.
And Dr. Kimberly Steinke, who is the assistant superintendent for learning support with the Polk County School Board.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And we have Mike Long, who's the executive director for Special Olympics Polk County.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, you guys have, we're coming up on the start of school and Special Olympics. You guys have had some summer programs going on, kind of your slow season, getting ready to ramp up again. But with the start of school, you guys have some new things going on and want to talk to you a little bit about that. So,
Take it away?
Let me know
Okay.
what is going on with Special Olympics in the schools.
Well, probably the most exciting thing is having Mike and his team in our schools and working with our principals to really expand what's offered for students from ages pre-K all the way through, adult and moving on. Mm-hmm. And the ability for Mike to partner with Stephanie, who serves our itinerant staff in our schools, and really getting in and working with the teams and the schools and the principals to provide information, provide access for kids, provide opportunities for students to have a real school-wide experience as far as the athletes and programs they can participate in is exciting for us.
Well, what is, in this initiative that you guys are wanting to take on in opening this up, getting it into more schools, what steps are you guys taking to do that?
The first thing that we've done is we've really been able to get Mike and Stephanie in front of the principals to be able to share what the programs are that Special Olympics offers at different age levels, different sports, different,
Yeah, because it's pretty varied. I mean, and all the stuff
huge.
that
Right.
I've learned
and
from him.
I have too, honestly. I mean, Mike's a great expert and has been a great resource for us. So the first thing to do is get in front of the principals and really help them to understand what is available for their kids. Mm-hmm. Each of the schools has different populations, different needs. Some of our schools have great programs already, rocking and rolling, and kids competing all over the world, as we know, and it's been exciting, which I'm sure Mike
We had them in here earlier this year.
We've had them on the TV. We've had them on the program.
So that's been fun. And then we have other schools that literally are just hearing about it and what the opportunities are at the beginning and how they can start. So it runs the gamut, but it's just been exciting to be able to expand and have more and more schools participate every year. Our kids with disabilities have the right and the opportunity to be involved in anything that a non-disabled student has. Mm-hmm. And that's what we want for them. We want them to have that full school experience. So this is a great venue and a great opportunity for them to get that access. And it gets them out in the community. We have non-disabled athletes that participate with them, alongside them, which is a whole nother benefit that people don't necessarily always think about or realize. So we're just excited because it just provides more access for all of our kids.
Well, and it really kind of seems like things have changed over the years too. I mean, I grew up here. I attended schools here, and it's so different in seeing the programs that you run, the partnerships that go on between both the regular ed and the ESE students that are participating in that, and it's really changed a dynamic with the students.
Exactly.
Well, that's one of the big things we've always pushed is the inclusion, the unified partners. I've brought that up many times. Nowadays, when I look at my list of athletes, I have to kind of parse through there and see which ones are really athletes and which ones are just the partners that are with them and they're best friends. We've had several of them out here before. It's just a great environment because it gives an overall experience for the special needs individual. They are included.
Well, now getting into, tell us some of what the dirty details are for your plans and what you guys have talked about in moving forward.
Well, one of the first things we wanted to really do, one of the programs that I've always talked with you about is, we got to be 8 years of age and more to do Special Olympics in the school and the community programs. But the truth be said, there's a program called Young Athletes. It starts at ages 2 to 7. And so from the elementary school perspective, we really want, this is for pre-K, kindergarten, and then of course your beginning elementaries. We want to push this Young Athletes program. And it's actually for anyone that age. It doesn't. They don't necessarily have to be disabled, or intellectually.
And that's
disabled.
where they start teaching them like the fundamentals
Right.
of some of these sports.
So we've actually got a program that's put together, and it has like a syllabus, and it's kind of like it starts out with they sing a song, then they do a little activity, lasts for 10 or 15 minutes, and then a little song, and so it's something for the teacher to use as just kind of a supplemental to her daily, and she can do as much as she wants, as little as she wants, but it gives them the ability to, they're starting to do some activities, learning how to kick a ball, learning how to bounce a ball, learning how to walk on a plastic beam, or, and do a few of those things. And then the Little Elites, which falls right on top of that, is kind of a transition, and it's for like grades, I don't know, 2nd grade up to 5th grade, I believe it is. It's more, we begin to put them into the sports category. They play a little basketball as a team. They might do some track and field, flag football, soccer, and I heard they just added softball as well. Okay. So again, the elementary schools can, and these things are all just it's almost like a PE program or an exercise program, and the teachers can adapt those any way they want. It's very open-ended, but it's just here's a suggestion for your daily activity or for your weekly activity, how you want to do it.
Okay.
But we provide equipment, we provide training, we provide guides, so it's really nice for them to add onto what they're already doing.
All right.
It's easy, real easy. Okay.
Well, I can't wait to see how things progress on through the year. And I have you guys back in too later on to see how things are going and hear, because I'm going to get out with Mike during the year and check on some of these programs too. So I want to do a little bit of field work a little bit. So,
Okay.
But now, Mike, you guys have also had some stuff going on this summer and gearing up for the fall.
Yeah, July was a busy month.
You had your vacation, right?
Yeah, I didn't have. Yeah, my vacation was July. Yeah, I see. It started out on, I think it was the 13th. We did a stand-up paddleboard. 8 different is an invitational. We invited 8 different counties, something like 50 or 60 athletes over to Lake Silver in Winter Haven. The Lord was beautiful that day. It was an overcast day. It didn't rain. It wasn't even really that hot. It was kind of nice, considering July. Then we did a area golf tournament over, followed up the next weekend on that. Again, Hillsborough came over for that. And good competition, about 75 athletes total. And then we just finished doing this last weekend, our swimming, Polk County swimming.
Yep.
And that was, well, I've brought this up once before. I mean, we went from 40 athletes last year to over 100 this year.
I knew you were expecting a flood of folks.
Yeah. The sun did come out, but the temperature has dropped a little bit. So we got through the day with just a minor amount of water having to be just, medical issues, what shall we say. I rate all the issues based on a medical.
Okay, gotcha.
Because as county director,
It's a good scale.
Yeah, it's a scale I use. So yeah, that one we went through that one pretty good. And it was a great competition. We had, like I said, 100 athletes there. It ran smoothly. We actually got done an hour early. So it was really nice to finish with it. So it ran real smooth. This next month coming up, we've got really nothing local, but it's still, we've got an area swim that's on the 17th and down in Brandon. And then we've got 2 state competitions, stand-up paddleboard and golf, which will be later on towards the end of this month.
Okay.
And we've got, of course, again, Polk County is well represented as always. So.
And is it October or November you have the county games?
That's the Fall Classic.
Yeah.
You guys we'll be talking about that a lot.
Okay.
Oh, and I also put a Champions for Change breakfast down for the 9th.
All right.
But we'll be covering all that in the future.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Can't wait to have you guys back in.
Great.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. And
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Can't wait to see where things are going to go.
Yeah.
Special Olympics Florida Polk County has kicked off with the support of Polk County Schools, a new initiative to put Special Olympics in all of the schools. For more information on these and other programs and events with Special Olympics Florida Polk, give them a call at 863-873-8219 or look them up on the web at www.specialolympicsflorida.org/Polk.